Last week, the City of Highfill sued the Northwest Arkansas National Airport to keep it from de-annexing itself from the city. At stake is about $1 million in sales taxes per year that flow from the airport to the city. And as Arkansas Business reports, the dispute goes back almost to the founding of the airport in 1998. Editor Lance Turner joins us now. And Lance, despite this lawsuit, XNA says it's moving ahead with this separation.
Yeah, that's right. Airport officials told us last week, just before the city filed its lawsuit on Thursday, that it was starting the de-annexation process. And that includes an exact survey of airport land, which is underway now. And then the City of Highfill had been preparing too. Officials told us that as part of its planning to deal with the loss of tax collections from the airport, it had looked to the pandemic era to get an idea of the impact on the city's budget. That pandemic, of course, was a time when very few people were flying, which in turn yielded fewer tax dollars flowing from the airport to the city.
So what's at the core of this dispute?
Well, that's right. Well, some of it does go back to the airport's founding in the late 1990s. The airport never intended to be part of a municipality, but Highfill ultimately annexed the land that became the airport. And so later the airport and the city got together on a compromise that covered how it would be regulated and how the taxation would work. Today, XNA remits taxes to the city, but says it gets very little in return. And it cites roadway and other infrastructure needs around the airport that it says has gone unfunded. Highfill, meanwhile, depends on airport tax collections to fund major bond issues for water and sewer. And it says that without the airport in the city and the taxes that it generates, it will be very difficult to pay its bills.
So where is this lawsuit going from here?
Well, the airport has about 30 days after it's been served with a lawsuit to answer the city's lawsuit. And an airport spokesperson tells us that XNA looks forward to defending what it believes is its constitutional right to de-annex from the city. As of the timeline for the detachment, XNA says it's a process that could take several months, but that was before the lawsuit was filed. This litigation, of course, could complicate that process.
All right, Lance, thank you so much for talking with us about this. And as always, you can read more about this on the Arkansas Business website. That's arkansasbusiness.com.